With 7 airlines, 1.5 million passengers per year, 11 international hub connections, Pensacola International Airport is positioned for growth and success. Bob, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you, Mayor.
It's time flies when you're having fun, and the two of us have been able to build a great relationship together. And I know in early 2011, when I had the luxury of visiting Love Field and seeing Southwest headquarters and visiting with you and your team and telling you how important it was to have Southwest Airlines in Pensacola, and now we're here talking about it. And today we have a flight in air right now heading to Houston, and we have a flight taking off, I believe, at 5:20 going to Nashville. So we're going to have one a day to Houston and 2 to Nashville.
That's correct.
And as we know, Southwest Airlines operates in 96 cities, 5 international countries, and of course Puerto Rico. So Bob, tell us a little bit about how fantastic it is to be in Pensacola.
Oh, I've got to tell you, this is the fulfillment of a dream, Mayor. It really is, because we've had a long-standing relationship with Pensacola. We have been talking with Pensacola probably since around 2000, but in earnest since about 2011. And we just didn't have the airplanes, we didn't have the assets that we needed to serve Pensacola at that time. So y'all have been extremely patient. We've been so thankful for that. But now the big day is here, and we are able to bring Southwest Airlines service to Pensacola, and I've got to tell you, we're here to stay.
Well, that's music to our ears, and we also have Miss Colleen Castile, our city administrator, here this evening joining us. Colleen knows a lot about Southwest, has flown Southwest numerous times, like all of us here in the Gulf Coast. Colleen, I know you're excited about it, and of course our team at the airport working with Bob and his team. What are your thoughts about it?
I am very excited, Mayor. Thank you very much for including me in this discussion today. I have flown Southwest all across the country, and I love the whole culture of Southwest. It's all about getting the flight when you want to get it, and going to where you want to go, and doing it with a lot of fun. I mean, the culture of Southwest, it really makes it fun to fly. So could you say a little bit more about that?
Oh, absolutely, Colleen. I love to talk about the culture of Southwest Airlines because it's near and dear to my heart. We found out a long time ago that if we treat our employees right, they will treat the customer right. And so we're all about trying to develop a warrior spirit, a servant's heart, and a fun-loving attitude. And that's what our employees have really become known for. Most people experience it first with that fun-loving attitude. Maybe you'll hear a flight attendant give amusing pre-flight announcements, or maybe when you arrive, you'll hear them say something funny. But it's really dealing with the Southwest employee at the ticket counter, or any Southwest employee who will look you in the eye, who will be concerned about the things that you're concerned about, and who will try to help you. It makes a stressful thing like flying and a stressful thing like traveling so much more fun.
Well, I can tell you, Bob, which was unique for me is when we visited your headquarters in Dallas, was the culture and how excited everyone was about working for a great company like Southwest. And the culture is so incredibly important, and that's what we're doing at City Hall, of course, and especially out at our airport, because we know first perception is everything. And so now we have Southwest out at our airport, and people are very, very excited about what's going on in Pensacola. And for me as the mayor, it's incredibly important to get those folks from Houston and Nashville into Pensacola to see our great city, see the great people that we have here, the businesses that are here, and really learn about our culture and how they can thrive coming to Pensacola. And before we came on the show tonight, you made a really good point about when people travel today, they usually are traveling for 2 and 3 days, 1 day for business, maybe 2 days for vacation, or vice versa. Can you tell us a little bit about that and what your team has found out and all the research you've done at Southwest?
Yes, well, what we really try to do is allow people to come in and go out, and to do that quickly. So many times when you have a destination that is like Pensacola, maybe there's people who own property here that live in another state, and they believe that when they go, they've got to go here for a week or for 2 weeks. And a lot of times when you're doing that, particularly with a water destination, a beach destination that's so wonderful, people will think they can only come here once a year, or maybe they come twice a year. What we want them to know is that they can come once a week if they like. They can come here and spend the weekend. It's affordable to do, and they can get in and out reliably.
Well, that's really important for us, and you know, having the Southeast right there, and having those Nashville folks come down to visit us that want to come visit their family down here or bring their business down here is what we've been talking about for the last 2 years. And I know you've got tired of me hearing about Beaches International in Bay County. And we changed our name to Pensacola International Airport, and I think a lot of people love it. Some of them are like, Ashton, you know, Mayor, why did you change the name? And first and foremost, we serve over 1.5 million passengers a year. We have 7 airlines here at Pensacola International Airport, and so, you know, we want to have a friendly rivalry and competition here on the Gulf Coast. And for me, it was incredibly important to let the world know that we are here and have international flights come in here. We've had defense contractors from other countries. We just had the royal family from Bahrain come in here. And of course, on the commercial side, we do want to start working that into Pensacola International Airport, and hopefully in the future, maybe we'll have some Southwest flights heading international and coming into our airport as well. But I think it's very important to touch the folks outside your own community and get those people in here. And obviously add great service for the people that live here. And that's what's great about our airport. It's so efficient and effective. There's many different options, and you can get in and out very quickly. And you can be in downtown Pensacola in 8 minutes, or you can be to one of our national seashores in 12 minutes. Those are things that people are looking for when they come to a community. And now the value that you're going to bring with the Southwest and that culture and that brand. And we feel very fortunate to be able to partner with a great brand like Southwest.
Well, it's really interesting to us because Pensacola is so different from Northwest Florida Beaches Airport, where that is really just a vacation. It's primarily a vacation destination. And here you've got a thriving business community. And that's going to make all the difference in the world, I think, as far as sustainable service. Our people want to come in and go out. They want to do business. Southwest, surprisingly, is one of the nation's largest business airlines. From our frequent flyer program, the way that we award flights and dollars spent on Southwest Airlines, to the way that we make our fares available for everybody on every flight. Business loves to fly Southwest, and here in Pensacola you have such a stronger business community, and we're really excited about that.
Mayor, that gives us it's a great segue for talking about our airport commerce park and the connection of our airport to our ports and some of the service industries that retrofit some of the ships that we have come into our port. But we have a thriving airport commerce park. Could you say a little bit more about that?
Most definitely. That's one of the things, Bob, that you've heard me talk about with you, but most importantly, I think a lot of the folks and our viewers out there, they forget, and of course our constituency, is to have that the financial costs spread across, you know, just not the airlines, but also the defense contractors and the businesses out there, economies of scales, if you will. You know, we were visiting UPS, Greg Donovan, our airport director, and the CFO up at UPS said it's so important to get other ancillary lines of revenues out at your airport because there is a direct dollar for dollar correlation between the commercial airlines and the businesses, and it helps everybody with the landing fees. And that's one thing that we're very focused on right now, is creating this our airport commerce park and bringing the business lines in there to help grow our airport, not just to commercial airlines, which are incredibly important, but we want to grow our businesses at our airport. And that's one thing that we're extremely focused on. I talked about it at my State of the City the other night, and we're just extremely excited that all businesses are looking at our airport.
Well, Pensacola has done a great job over the years of keeping airport costs low and making the facility available for the airlines. We need that to operate. That's our home where we operate. And of course, anytime that we incur costs, that has to be passed along to the passenger in terms of fares and fare increases. So to come up with a value like Pensacola provides allows us to continue to provide those low fares. Just this last week in Dallas, they had a meeting calling the airport an Aerotropolis, which denotes that there's all kinds of activity going on there. It's not just the airport and just aviation. They gave a goal of having absolutely no cost to airlines at all. They want to try to find other ways to generate revenue that will make it economical to operate. And in a tough business like the airline business, that's music to our ears. But y'all have done a fantastic job at Pensacola, and I think that you've got just one gem of an airport.
Well, we're very fortunate, that's for sure. We want to focus continuously on growing the airport, not just our commercial airlines, which are incredibly important, but of course that financial side on the economic development and getting those businesses there to know that we have an incredible quality of life in Pensacola. The airport is easy to get in and out of, like we discussed, but most importantly, CEOs today, they want to live in a place that has a great quality of life, that has that access, and we know how people move in today's economy is through airports, and how incredibly important it is to make that easy for people to do that, and that's what we're doing in Pensacola. We have a great team, and we're just thrilled, like I said in the beginning of the show, to have Southwest Airlines in Pensacola today on November 3rd, and tomorrow is the big announcement on November 4th. So thank you.
Oh, thank you. It is about time. I've seen very few cities that have exhibited the patience that y'all have. When we first started talking, particularly in earnest, we were just in a position where we could not expand our network at that time. We talked to y'all about that. Y'all were understanding. You've been after us ever since. We've continued to say, we are coming to Pensacola. We want to be here. And today we're here.
Fantastic.
Well, Bob, why don't you talk a little bit about your rewards program? Because I know the airline industry is a hugely competitive industry, and so you do a few things to win over customers from other airlines.
Yes, thank you, Colleen, for allowing me to talk about that a little bit, because we're pretty proud of our frequent flyer program. And on Southwest Airlines, what you'll find several things that are different from other airlines. But in the frequent flyer program, you get rewards according to what you pay. So that's a much more fair way to do that. Plus, we have no blackout dates. If you can purchase a fare, I mean, you don't have to wait for the single frequent flyer seat to open up over the year. Any seat that you can book, you can apply your points and your credits to. It's something that nobody else is doing, and that I think it makes a tremendous difference for Southwest Airlines. Also, you'll find things like we don't charge for bags. So if you want to come here and play golf, you can ship your golf clubs for free. 2 bags free for each and every person. If your plans change at the last minute, we don't want to soak you for that. You can apply all of your ticket price to the next flight that you want to switch to. We do not charge you a $100 fee or a $200 fee. We have a love affair with our customers, and we try to love them each and every day in each and every way that we possibly can.
Well, thanks, Bob, and we're going to head to a break right now, so thank you very much. For hundreds of years, Palafox Street has been at the center of life in our city. Over the past 3 decades, our community has reinvested in Palafox Street, and as a result, Palafox has once again become the anchor to a thriving, vibrant downtown and a city in renaissance. I believe that a great downtown is the heart of any great city. Palafox Street is a big part of why Pensacola is such a great place in which to live, work, and play. And we are excited to see it recognized as a great street. Palafox joins other great historic city streets like Ocean Drive in Miami, Monument Street in Virginia, and 125th Street in New York. I want to personally thank our entrepreneurs who have shared in our vision and taken the risk to revitalize our downtown, moving our city upward. Thank you. And we're back here with Bob Montgomery and Miss Colleen Castile, our city administrator. Bob, one of the things I want to talk to you about that I think is fantastic is so many people are talking to me about, how much easier it's going to be to get to the West Coast and out to California and Denver. And we have a lot of snow skiers in Pensacola. And I know many of them like Southwest, and they're excited about how easy that's going to be to get out to the West Coast. And of course, I've had conversations about Mayor. We're excited about Southwest. We're concerned about getting Atlanta, and we know that we're not going to not be going to Atlanta. We have Delta there, obviously, but I know when you come into a town and a community, you bring some really great positives that I want you to share with our viewers about and our constituents.
Oh, thank you, Mayor, because Southwest has tried to approach service to Pensacola with bringing something more. So the first thing more that we're bringing to the table is our aircraft. We're bringing the Boeing 737. So right now, AirTrans service is with the Boeing 717, which is a smaller airplane. The Boeing 737 has 143 seats. So by having the same number of flights but more seats, we're increasing the number of seats dramatically by almost 25% in the marketplace. So there's more low fares that you can get, more seats each and every day. Also, when we take a look at Southwest Airlines network compared to AirTrans network, we are one of the largest domestic airlines in the entire nation. So we have a large domestic network. Passengers will be able to get to 69 new destinations on Southwest Airlines as opposed to 47 today. So a huge increase in the number of markets on a nonstop and a one-stop basis that you can get to. And again, those low fares will be available each and every day.
Well, that's what everybody in Pensacola is excited about. And one of the big things that we're really excited about is we know how much you do when Southwest comes into a community and how important it is from the corporate perspective of giving back to communities. That's very important to us, obviously, as a city, and what we do. And we have a lot of great folks here in town, and I know that you want to have an impact in our community as well. What can we do to ensure that Southwest, we partner together in the community, and what great things have you done in the past in other cities, and maybe what you might do here?
Well, I think that all we ask from any city is that you just fly us, that you give us a try and that you fly us. That's all we ask. But Southwest Airlines has had we try to approach every city as if it's our hometown. We aren't coming to test the Pensacola marketplace. We've already convinced ourselves that Pensacola is the place that we want to be, and therefore it's going to be our hometown. One thing you can expect is activity in the community, say with Ronald McDonald House. Ronald McDonald House is our official corporate charity. We've had a long-standing relationship with them, and we intend to continue that relationship here. And it's not just about the company giving money to Ronald McDonald House. It's about our employees embracing it and cooking dinner for all of the families that have such needs that are at Ronald McDonald House. It's reaching out to the children, reaching out to the families, becoming part of the community. That's what we're here to do.
Well, that's big in any community, and we greatly appreciate it right here in Pensacola. The two of us talked about Ronald McDonald House today, and I know our viewers really appreciate that, and the citizens of Pensacola and everyone in our region. Colleen, is there anything that you want to add to the success of our airport? And this is just another big win for Pensacola and the Gulf Coast region, and from here all the way down to Tallahassee, and the quality of life that we've talked about, and all the things that we have to offer these folks that are going to be coming in from Nashville, from our opera to our ballet to our symphony to our two national seashores, our walkable downtown. We just became one of America's greatest streets, which is a big award from the American Planning Association. I know you're very, big in education, Colleen, and so tell us a little bit about that and our three universities.
Well, we have a pretty vibrant education institution here, or several institutions. We've got four of our colleges. We've got University of West Florida. We've got Pensacola State University. We've got Pensacola Christian College. And we have numerous other small colleges that, that have been growing here in this economy, especially in this economy with people going back to school. And we have a lot of folks who come in to take a look at our education system. A lot of parents are choosing nowadays to send their children to a state college first for 2 years before they go to the full 4-year college with that full 4-year price. So Southwest having affordable flights in here is a great draw for some of those parents to come in here. Do you see during the time that parents go looking for colleges with their kids an increase in flying for that crew?
Yes, we do, Colleen. I mean, what we see a number of constituents that constantly go wherever Southwest is flying. You'll find that businesses like to go where Southwest Airlines flies too, because there's so many people dependent upon our low fares and our frequent and our dependable service. If you go talk to people in other communities, you may find that that conventions only book where Southwest Airlines flies because they know they can get the seats, they know that they can get the fares, they know that they'll have the reliability of service. And of course, students, those that are really working on a budget, are one of those constituents that loves to go where Southwest Airlines flies.
Well, I think one thing that we need to talk about tonight, Bob, that I think is really unique with Southwest is Military Heroes Month. And you do it in November, and your first flight in Pensacola obviously is November 3rd today. And Military Heroes Month is really big. And of course, we're very proud of being a military town. We're the cradle of naval aviation. We have 22,000 active duty military employees right here. We have 9 major defense installations right here on the Gulf Coast. And Pensacola couldn't be prouder of being a military town. And so tell us a little bit about the Military Heroes Month.
Well, at Southwest Airlines, we celebrate the military not only in the month of November, but we celebrate them all the time. As you know, many of our pilots come out of the military. We have a large number of our pilots are out of the Navy, and many of them have lived here in Pensacola. So I can't tell you how excited that they are. But day in and day out, every day at Southwest Airlines, it seems that we're doing something for the military, and we've been very happy about a new program of flying some of our heroes to Washington D.C. to see the seat of government and to celebrate their service.
Well, it's incredibly important, and we thank you very much for doing that, and we thank all our veterans out there. And of course, we thank our active duty military men and women that are fighting every day to make sure our country's safe. And today's a great day for Pensacola, Bob and Colleen, and I know everyone's excited about Southwest being here. I'm ecstatic, as obviously I'm sure everyone can tell, and we kept at it. We built our relationship, Bob, and I can tell you I greatly appreciate it from all our great citizens in Pensacola, how fortunate we are to have an incredible airline and a great brand like Southwest in Pensacola. We look forward to flying Southwest and doing incredible things with you and your company now and in the future. So thank you very much, and I appreciate all your patience with the mayor.
Thank you, Mayor. Our goal is to under-promise and to over-deliver and to live up to all of the expectations for Southwest Airlines. If we can get people on our planes one time, I think that we'll have you from now on.
We're looking forward to it. Thank you very much.